What's up, good people? I figured I would come back at you here real quick with a motovlog. I took the day off work today after a good weekend that I spent in Pittsburgh. Went up there to the Black Beer Festival. They call it Fresh Fest. It was the second year and it was an absolute blast. Just good vibes all around. Was up there with a couple people from my family. Shout out Tone Jack for the invite. My cousin Alicia was there. My wife went with me. She has zero interest in beer, so she just went to explore the city while we were at the festival. I'll definitely be back there next year. It was a great time. If you're free, I would suggest you go out as well. If you're a beer lover, come check it out. Black, white, candy stripe, Asian, doesn't matter. Come out, enjoy. The connection there though is today I'm going to go down and check out the Roebling suspension bridge. Anybody from Cincinnati knows the Roebling suspension bridge well. It's one of our famous landmarks here in Cincinnati. Beautiful bridge. I got pictures on my Instagram feed of it. I love that bridge. It was made by John A. Roebling, or it was designed, commissioned by John A. Roebling. I don't know all the history about it, but I do know that it was sort of a precursor, if you will, for the Brooklyn Bridge. So if you look at the Roebling Bridge and you look at the Brooklyn Bridge there, you can see the fingerprints of John A. Roebling on that bridge. And then while we were in Pittsburgh, my wife found out that there was also a suspension bridge there that was designed by John Roebling. I didn't get to see that one, or maybe I did and just didn't know it was his. One of those kind of deals. But so there was the connection, another connection, if you will, to Pittsburgh this past weekend. So this bridge is ancient. You'll see it when I get down here to downtown. It's, you know, stone footers, cable suspension bridge. The road surface is not paved, it's graded. It's just a great bridge. It was undergoing some maintenance, I think, recently, and it was just recently reopened. So yeah, I figure I'd go down here and check it out again. I mean, why not? Another fun fact about the Brooklyn Bridge is that even though John Roebling was commissioned to do it, he actually never finished the Brooklyn Bridge. He died before it was done, and so he left the project to his son to finish. And as the story goes, his son was like, kind of like, I don't know anything about these bridges, I don't think I can do it, or whatever. And so John Roebling's wife actually stepped in, took the reins. I think her name was Emily. Shout out to women picking up the slack when us men can't either handle the pressure or we keel over. So big shout out to Emily Roebling. Like, she's gonna hear this. She's gonna come back from the dead and hear this. But check out the, you know, do your own research. This is loose information. I'm probably getting stuff wrong, but I'm going to give you the general gist of the story. So there's a hilarious rendition of the story on, if anybody's ever seen Drunk History, there's a telling of that story on Drunk History, and it's a great way to learn and understand about it, and it's hilarious. Like a Cliff Notes version told by a drunken, I guess, celebrity, half celebrity, I don't know who that person was. Go and check that out. So I just jumped on 71 real quick. take the short route into downtown. I'm totally doing the speed limit. Don't worry about that. You get a nice view of downtown Cincinnati a little bit anyway. That tall building there with the tiara on top, that's the Great American Insurance Building. Easily recognizable, especially at night when it's lit up. I think a lot of places are more beautiful at night. There's something about the darkness that adds to the allure of a place, and then, you know, just having the lights, it's almost like it's being adorned at night, like a Christmas tree or something, being dressed up for the nightlife. The other reason I like taking this route is, I don't know, there's something I like about going through tunnels. And we went through a couple in Pittsburgh as well, and so here we go, going through the tunnel for the 3rd Street exit. They're a lot longer in Pittsburgh. They're like a mile or close to a mile, going through mountains and stuff, but I don't know, there's a little bit of magic for me in going through a tunnel like that. So I like to take that route sometimes. It's like when you were a kid and you built a fort. You were up under that fort all covered up and everything. Get a little bit of that childish wonder back, at least for me, going through a tunnel. Both the Bengals and the Reds stadiums are down here on the river. But yeah, there's a lot of activity and a lot of life down here on the river. You have the African American Underground Railroad History Museum. You have just a bunch of bars and restaurants down here. Music Hall is not too far away, but yeah, it's just a great little area to come and hang out. A lot of nightlife and stuff like that, and down by the river on that park, it's a real family friendly atmosphere. They got swings and games and all kind of stuff down there, so it's just a good time to be had. There's a lot of murals downtown on the buildings, on the side of buildings, commissioned by a group called Artworks, and that's one of them. Beautiful murals, all kind of different subject matter. We have the Ferris wheel down here, Sky Star. That Ferris wheel, I think, is a temporary installation. Somebody was telling me, and I haven't vetted this for myself, but somebody was telling me that they're gonna take that one out and put in a more permanent version. And now you can see here we've come to the Roebling suspension bridge. I'm gonna let these people go so I can go slow so you can get a peek at it. Oh, they still have like some sort of draping over it. I guess they still are doing work, or something's falling. I don't know. It could be a little unnerving on this bridge too, on two wheels, because with the ground substrate or whatever being grate instead of pavement, you can feel the wheels moving. And as I look down, you can see the river beneath us. There's footpaths on both sides of the bridge, so you can walk across it. Now I'm going over into, pretty sure this is Covington, Kentucky, if I'm not mistaken. Somebody will correct me if I'm wrong. There's bridges all over this river that go over into different parts of Kentucky. Yeah, this is Covington. And so being right there on the border, you know, border of Ohio and Kentucky, all those bridges just bring you right over into different parts. I would argue that Kentucky has the better view. looking from the bridge, from the anywhere on the river really, looking over into the Cincinnati downtown. They have a better cityscape to look at than we do looking over into Kentucky. It's just my opinion. So this is, I'll come over here a lot, just to chill out sometimes when I'm by myself. No particular reason, just to come over, hang out by the bridge and just gaze at it, just enjoy the breeze or something like that. Nice summer day. Or when it's super hot, you come out here at night and just chill out. And again, everything's all lit up, the bridge is all lit up. It looks super cool. But there it is, the Roebling suspension bridge. And just park here real quick. Look at that view of downtown Cincinnati. Just a nice view from over here. There's free parking over here. They try to, I think they try to limit it to 2 hours here during the day so people aren't parking for work or whatever. But after 6 p.m., just come over here and park and chill out. You just come down here and hang out. There's not a ton of stuff down here, you know, at least from on this point in the river. At this point on the river, people just come down here, have fun, enjoy the sight. Look at that view of the bridge. Can't beat that. It's just gorgeous. It's even better at night. And the city in general. You could probably make out that yellow bridge over there, the one in front of it, and the purple bridge right in front of it. The yellow bridge is the Big Mac Bridge. That's the Daniel Carter Beard Bridge. We call it the Big Mac. I'd honestly have to look up some of the names of these other bridges. But there's, you can just see, even right here, there's 1, 2, 3, there's 4 bridges in view that you can see immediately, and there are more that you can't see. So there's one over there in the distance. So just a bunch of them coming in and out of Kentucky and Ohio, connecting the two. And again, this is arguably the better view. You can see the green space over there on the shore, maybe. I'm filming this handheld on a GoPro, but that's where the Smell Riverfront Park is. So a lot of the new construction and the new development went in over there, and there's just tons of little spaces to hang out, get on swings, and just overlook the river. Down there, if you can see that far where those steps are, they call that the Serpentine Wall. And you could just go over there and hang out, sit on the steps, watch the barges come up and down the river. When the river flooded, those steps were covered. You couldn't tell where they were. It was, the water had gotten so high. Even this area here, all the way to where those cars are parked up against the wall there, all that was underwater. So that meant part of this parking garage here was underwater. All of this was completely underwater when the river flooded. I think that was just last year, I believe. Came down here 2 or 3 days to take pictures, to watch the progress of the water rising. It was remarkable. But anyway, I just wanted to do a quick video just to highlight this landmark here in Cincinnati and draw a couple of parallels to other cities, Pittsburgh and New York in particular. John A. Roebling Suspension Bridge. I got this idea of kind of doing this almost like a little tourist video from watching, there's a guy named The Illustrator out of New York. So if you're familiar with him, you know what I'm talking about. If not, go check him out. He's doing a K-bike build on a BMW K100, I think it is, making it a cafe. And he's doing tours around different parts of New York and talking a little bit about the history of that city too. So I don't know nearly as much about the history of Cincinnati as he does about Brooklyn. I've only been here 7 years and haven't really delved into this history that deeply, but I'm gonna try to do a couple of little snippets like this too. That was a good idea, Illustrator. Thanks for joining on this quick tour of the city and a little bit about the downtown area and the John A. Roebling suspension bridge. And hopefully we'll see you guys on the next one where we have some more content to put out. We'll keep working on the GS 550 build, and we'll find some more interesting places to take you around Cincinnati, Ohio, to give you a reason to come visit if you haven't. All right, peace.